you about all of this from a private tutor. Alex Dyer is with me from Tutor House, which is a private tutoring agency based in the capital. Hello, Alex. Would you say that there is a growing demand for your services, tutors?
Yes, for sure, yeah. Not just from parents. We get a lot of inquiries now from schools to try and help them as well. So work with a number of state schools at the moment in the capital in London. Really providing them with, I guess, an intervention service is really what we're doing, try and bring targets up for different groups of children. Children aren't doing very well in class, but also the higher bracket as well, kids that are doing very well, and they're on course to get hopefully a B or an A, but we need to just make sure they do. So yeah, we work with a number of schools at the moment. We place tutors in schools, usually on a weekly basis, to try and improve their sort of their standards and their results, basically for GCSE specifically.
You're going into schools, and what the reasoning behind it? Sounds like a silly question. The reasoning behind this is what? Is it because, for example, a class is so large that the teacher just doesn't have time to give the attention to a few children who might be really struggling in a particular subject?
Sure.
Is it that simplistic?
Yeah, we see that. I mean, a couple of schools have worked with, there's sort of 31 in a class. I mean, an hour, it's less than 2 minutes a child, so there's no contact time at all. So we send tutors to help, little cohorts of children in that sort of 30. So I think class size is certainly something that plays a part.
But I think you mentioned the word targets, and is it about a school hitting certain targets? Is it about the parents saying, I'm absolutely adamant that my child should only get A's and B's? Where's the balance?
Yeah, there's nothing more important. I don't think even schools, to an extent, is not necessarily based on knowledge. It's based on results. And you don't go past a school and then have banners outside saying, or they know a lot. It sort of always says A to C grade. This is what this is what we achieve at our school. So no, that's the main focus, is results and statistics of the school. That's the main thing.
But yet all of this is going on. You're very much in demand. Anecdotally, we know that children are having to work lots and lots of extra hours in many cases where they have excellent extra tutoring on the side. And yet apparently we are still way behind the situation in a lot of Asian countries.
I mean, I guess...
Is that a cultural issue?
I would say so. I guess it's the emphasis that's placed on education here. And obviously there's a lot of reforms going on, and people disagree with a lot of them. Some of them need to be done. But comparing to like I said, to Asia is obviously a tricky angle, because we can clearly see from the results that people are not doing well and not achieving what they should do. It's definitely a tricky sort of question. But
I mean, for example, where do you stand on the idea that, for example, in this country, teachers should be, a teacher should be regarded as a career to which one should aspire. Teachers should be held in high regard, and they're not so much in this country in the way that they are in other countries. I mean, do you see that?
I wouldn't say that at all. I mean, a lot of well, in schools there's a lot of emphasis placed on good teachers and good headmasters, but we don't really see the kids necessarily looking at that. We don't see kids wanting to be teachers, for example. There's none of that at all. And I guess that is related to their results and their achievement, because teachers aren't held in high esteem, and that's probably part of it. I mean, especially when we do go into schools and work with them, you do get the feeling that kids don't want to learn. It's not part of their sort of ethos, really. Whereas compared to Asia, like you're saying, that is it. You get your grades, you go on to university, and that's it. Nothing else is important, I guess.
That's a very interesting culture and ethos. There is so much more I could ask you about that side of it. Thank you very much for now. We may well return to this. Thank you, Alex Dyer from Tutor House. Thank you.
Now, one of the